Time to suit up, all you mentees, and talk about two brand new Marvel Omnis coming out in March of 2026. So let's go ahead and get started. This video is sponsored by Marvel Comics, so thank you so much to David Gabriel and the fine folks at Marvel for sending us advance notice of both of these Omnis coming out in March of 2026. Before I go any further, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. We do put out videos every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. We're crazy here. And also, stay away from the comments. Be surprised when the announcement comes. And then by all means, after watching the video, go ahead. Put your thoughts down in the comments. Let us know what you think of the content, the covers, and of course about the announcement. The very first book I'm going to be talking about is one that actually you all voted for whenever we do our top 60 most wanted Marvel Omnis that have never existed. So it is really awesome to see it show up in the poll and get to announce it. So, coming in March of 2026. It's my absolute pleasure to get to announce Black Widow and Captain America by WAID and SAMNEE Omnibus. Oh man, this is huge because it's such a big gap filler, but let's not jump ahead. Let's go ahead and take a look at our standard edition cover. And of course, the standard edition cover is supplied by Chris Samnee, who did the artwork throughout these particular books. So what exactly is going to be collected in here? So collected in here is the Black Widow 2016 series, all 12 issues, and Captain America 695 to 704. Now, both of these series have been collected before in trade paperback. As a matter of fact, Black Widow had a complete collection of all 12 issues collected. It's got like an artist edition. Leonardo Romero also supplies some of the artwork for the Captain America books. But all of this, of course, written by Mark Waid. And actually, let's go ahead and look at our direct market cover before I talk about why this is such a big gap filler. The direct market cover is also supplied by Chris Samnee, which makes sense since it's called by Mark Waid and Chris Samnee. Now, I mentioned that this is a huge gap filler for Captain America, but what about the Black Widow series? The Black Widow series is amazing, drawn beautifully, and written so well. It's, of course, Mark Waid, who just has an understanding for all these characters, but it shows things from her past as an assassin, and S.H.I.E.L.D., and then the Avengers, and then, of course, everything from her past comes back to haunt her. If you've never read it, it's a standalone story, like it's an all one and done. You don't need to read anything before to this or afterwards, but believe me, you'll want to after reading this. The Captain America stories in here is a big gap filler because it takes place after the Nick Spencer run, so after the Secret Empire storyline, after I think it was Captain America 25, so it goes back to the legacy number of 695 with this. And then right before Ta-Nehisi Coates starts writing the character with a brand new issue number 1. So that's what I meant by a huge gap filler. So if you have the Nick Spencer Omnibus Volume 2 and you have Ta-Nehisi Coates Volume, or it's just a one omnibus, this goes in between them. Or you could put it with your Black Widow Omni if you're just a Black Widow collector. But that is such a joy to get to announce, and it's not the only book that I'm announcing this round for March of 2026, because this other book is also Captain America and Black Widow related. And I just started doing a reading order on the channel. So if you've been keeping an eye on the channel, you know what I'm about to announce. Coming in March of 2026 is the Avengers Omnibus Volume 6. That's right. It's time to assemble. Oh man, it brings me so much joy to get to announce these future volume numbers when I just remember there was a Volume 1 and 2 and now we're all the way to 6. Let's look at our standard edition cover. Your standard edition cover is supplied by the legendary George Perez, who of course was the artist at the time working on these stories in here. So these stories, artists, what is collected in here? Collected in here is Avengers 150 to 188, Avengers 6 through 9, Supervillain Team Up number 9, Marvel 2-in-1, Annual number 2, Marvel Premiere 35 through 37 and 49, What If 3, 9 in the material for Marvel Tales 100, and Marvel Treasury Edition number 13. It's really interesting that they're adding more of the what if stories to these collections. So let's look at our direct market cover. And your direct market cover is supplied by Jack the King Kirby, who of course was doing the artwork towards the beginning of the Avengers era. But in this era, we are looking at Jim Shooter, we're looking at Jerry Conway, we are looking at Steve Englehart, and Jim Starlin, Bill Mantlo, and then of course the phenomenal George Perez, Jack Kirby, Don Heck, John Byrne, Big John Buscema, and other creators. So you'll have the team up with the Guardians of the Galaxy. You'll have the Korvac saga. Oh, I love that story. Forgot that's what kind of leads into it. And the lineup constantly changing, but during this time, you'll have the characters of Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor with characters like Beast and Yellow Jacket and Hellcat and Vision and Moondragon, Scarlet Witch, just to name a few of the other Avengers that you're going to be seeing through this era. So a lot of the Steve Englehart stuff is in here. A lot of the top 70s talent, Perez, Starlin, Byrne. It's an amazing collection to be all put in one book in oversized format. So those are your two announcements for this round, and we assembled in this particular round. In the comments down below, let me know which cover you're going to pick up. Let me know what you think about the content. And as always, a small reminder to hit that like button on the way out. Everyone, stay healthy and safe out there. Avengers, assemble!